Hey guys, welcome to episode 5. I'm Nethercloud, and it's been a little longer than usual since my last video because I've been dealing with some personal health issues. Don't worry, I'm okay, and everything is under control, and I'm just happy to be back making videos. I wanted to update you guys a little about what's been going on in the world because I have been doing a little playing off camera and doing a little bit of streaming here and there. We are obviously over in the trading hall, and what you'll notice is our prices are getting down. We've been spending a lot of time over here converting and curing villagers to get some good deals going. We still do have some work to go on some of these, but like on these guys, like fantastic deals across the board. I'm probably never going to trade them coal. Just trade them iron and get tools from them. And yeah, this is fantastic. We keep going, get everything down to absolutely 1. I haven't hit the villagers up yet because I wanted to do my first round of curing on the guys that weren't as important. But like, check out these butchers. Bam, everything for 1. Fantastic. So, yeah, these guys are doing fantastic. We've also done a few other upgrades on the base, so let's transition to that. So, the flower farm. You guys may notice it looks a little bit different than it did last time. That's because we were having some issues with the flow. We were relying on a lot of hoppers that were getting clogged, so we've switched them out for water streams. They go all the way back to that back water stream that still leads up. Oh, what's this guy doing here? Hey, buddy, you want a hug? Here you go. There you go. That's some good armor you got on. Ooh. We might melt that down or throw it on our trophy stand. Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted, we do still have a lot of style work to do around this whole basement. Oh, and here is our interim nether wart farm. I just went quick and dirty with this so that we could get up to par with some nether wart. We are going to start majorly brewing potions. Probably within the next week here, we're going to get a really awesome auto brewing setup going, because the ones we have now, we've accidentally broken, digging around and all sorts of stuff. We're going to do a whole overhaul. Back to the flower farm, though. What we have done is moved the doubles up here, put them on their own unique switches so that we can decide which ones we want. It does look really cool when you hit all of these. I do have some resource packs going now that are quieting everything up. And doesn't that look cool, how all of them are just flowing out like that? Now, in addition to moving these guys up here, we changed out our whole control panel. Obviously, those are individual now. This is for melons and pumpkins versus bone meal for the 2 main flower farms over here. This is to turn on and off the flower farms. Let them go. Bing, bang, boom. They're going. There's a lot of redstone back here. T flip-flops, monostable circuits, all sorts of little trickery that I've learned throughout the last year or so. Right now we have this on melons and pumpkins because we are fully backfilled on bone meal. We're overloaded on the stuff. And as we originally were talking about and never got done, we now have our cocoa bean farm. Now this was quite resource intensive. There are a lot of observers and pistons working behind the scenes, but I'm going to demonstrate this for you guys so you can see how cool it is. When we pop this button, boom. Now, the thing about cocoa beans is they are a manual replant. So I'm going to do that real quick off camera and then catch back up with you guys. But that's the upgraded flower farm. I can't wait until they figure out a way to automate that, because putting those back on is very time consuming. Anyway, moving along to the major reveal for this episode. We've reset the nether. When we generated our nether, we were in a snapshot. It was after 1.15 generation had been changed, but before 1.16 had been solidified. Now, we did come through in a warped forest, just like last time, which is pretty awesome. But we're close by to a lot of things. Just over this way, or this way, I don't remember. There is a bastion that I completely leveled in one direction, and a nether fortress that I found, which is where I got that nether wart you saw downstairs. Now, if you've been following along the series, you know that we've had a heck of a time finding nether wart, so that was super awesome. I did actually recently just punch a hole in the roof, so we've got roof access again. and there's a very specific reason why. We're going to build a Hoglin farm. I've been meaning to build this farm for a long time, but as always, you want to wait till you're in your final version of your Nether. I didn't want to build it and then have to destroy it. So what we're going to do is we're going to find an appropriate location in a Crimson Forest, which I believe there's one nearby. I did stumble onto it earlier. And we're going to go up onto the Nether and go to those coordinates and build us a really awesome Hoglin farm. We're going to have to do a little design in because I've seen a few different designs and the mechanics are pretty simple. So we're going to get something that's fairly juiced up and provides a lot of pork chops, but also a lot of leather because we do have a lot of books we need to make and everything else. So, without further ado, let's jump into the first time lapse of the episode, and I'll get back to you guys and show you how the farm is working when we got it done. All right, here we go. And there it is. Right now it's just a big old brick in the sky, but it is very efficient, let me tell you guys. Nothing's spawning in mass right now because we're real close to it, so we've got all the spawns below going as well. But just in flying over here, we wound up with 12 pork chops. Literally, that's just from the ones that spawned while we were flying in, because I cleaned it out before we left last night after we built it. Now, for those of you who don't know how these things work, let me get up here a little bit. So, Hoglins are afraid of the warped fungi. And in this configuration, they'll just all run, and even when they hit the wall, they'll be like, I need to get further away, and that'll trick them into going over here. The trapdoors make them think they can go down. We've got soul sand down there. Why do we have soul sand? 2 reasons. We have faster death for the pigs, and it's not quite a full block, so we can put hoppers under it. So we don't have to actually run a hopper minecart system or anything fancy like that, which makes collection very easy. This is the top layer, and it is identical on both sides, just mirrored. And the position of the torches keeps everything else from spawning. You need to have them configured like this, because if you don't, you'll wind up with some piglins in here and not just the hoglins. Now, if you look down, you'll notice we've got 3 layers on each side. Honestly, 1 layer, 1 side produces quite a bit of pork chops. And if you're just playing by yourself and not looking to stockpile a whole bunch of stuff, and you're not crazy like me, you might only need like 1/3 of this farm or 1/6 of this farm. But I wanted something I could just come up here and AFK for a couple of minutes and be fully loaded. So that being said, let's go up to the AFK spot real quick. You saw that we only had, I think it was 12 or 13 pork chops. Whoop. Not the best at landing on small surfaces. I usually wind up getting myself killed. Alright, so we're up at the AFK spot and it is running. Let's start maybe a 1-minute counter, and I'll speed this up. Okay, guys, that's about a minute right there. Let's jump down and see what we got. Still see some of them up there trying to find their way to the death chamber. As you see, we've got plenty of pigs cooking in there. Let's wait for them all to burn down. They do go pretty quick, but they have high health, so it does take a little bit of time. So in that minute that we're up there, and we still got a couple pigs burning up there, stack there, 21 there, over a stack there, plus 2 leather. So that's 2 stacks, over 2 stacks of pork chops, and a couple of leather for 1 minute of AFK time. Now, I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty convenient. We're going to take a little bit, leave the rest here. We've still got our temporary work area set up with top slab, bottom slab type of situation, so we can still open everything, but also that this is spawn proof. We're going to come back here and style this up. This is going to be a whole tower thing, which is going to be a little bit of a challenge, making sure that everything is spawn proof, but I'm pretty excited about that project. I'm not sure when we're going to tackle it, but it's probably going to be on stream sometime in the next week or 2. So, let's move along to the next project, shall we? Okay, guys, so we're back at base. And what is this new project that I'm talking about? Well, we need gold. We need tons of gold. I'm running through gold like water, trying to do these villager conversions. I need gold apples like you wouldn't believe. And on top of that, because that is a very limited thing, we could probably do a whole big gold run and scrounge around our base and get enough to really kind of squeak by on that. But at the end of the day, this treasure room looks pathetic. We have rail systems we have to build. I just think we've gone far, far too long without a legitimate gold farm. Of course, that is, again, because of the way we have our nether set up and we just reset it. So I'm excited. This is kind of a last-minute decision to get this done, so I may have to do some resource gathering. That being said, I'm going to start getting into collecting all the bits and bobs we need to get this project going, go harvest anything we need to do it, and I'll catch up with you guys at the beginning of the next time lapse while we're building this farm. Hopefully it's a good one. Hey guys, so I botched the time lapse. I totally had my settings all screwed up, and I recorded a blank screen for the vast majority of it, and then forgot to turn the camera back on when I was finishing the centerpiece here. So, no time lapse. But, you see all these pigmen? I finished this farm, which is a Raiseworks design, by the way, and also, I was looking back at the rest of the episode. The Hoglin farm that we built earlier, I do not want to fall in there. That's entity cramming death right in there. As I was saying, the Hoglin farm that we made earlier was inspired by a Raiseworks and a Logical Geek Boy design. I made a few minor alterations. Logical Geek Boy's chamber is 5x5. I think Ray's is 2x2. I used the platform from Logical Geek Boy's layout and the herding mechanic that Ray uses to get them into his chamber. So it's a mishmash of a design, but I'll put both of their links in the description, as well as the link to Ray's design for this, and Malfox, I think is how you pronounce it. I'm probably butchering it, but his name will also be in there along with his channel and a link, because he does the block-by-block tutorial on how to build this for Ray. They work together on projects sometimes like that. But yeah, this is great. So, what am I doing over here? Let's get to the point. Nether, get to the point. Of course, sir. Let's get to the point. The point is that I AFK'd over here for a good 5 hours. Now, where did I put that little drop-down area? You got to make it so that they can't get down, but you can. So, there we go, there we go. Okay, so, let's see what 5 hours of loot looks like, right? So, 1, 2, 3, 4 double chests so far. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh man. Those go up to Oh, we can't even get in there. But I believe it is full as well. Oh my god, guys. Our storage system isn't sufficient. We AFK'd here for 5 hours, and this thing is completely full, which means we've got a lot of stuff going to waste. And that is just the nuggets. Now let's check out... Oh, look at this. I mean, other than the swords, I got to find a way to keep the swords out of this system. We're going to have to set up a proper sorting system and everything, and storage area, and that'll be a thing. And actually, we can get rid of these as well. Let's ditch all the junk as we go through here. Well, I could do that later. Let's keep going through the boxes. Nice haul in this one. As well up here. We're going all the way up still. And this is where we're... Okay, so we've got sufficient storage to handle a 5-hour AFK for the bartering system part. But our nugget storage is severely lacking. And we just got to make sure to get rid of all these swords. So, I'm going to work on that off camera or on stream or sometime. Right now, we're good. I'm going to grab some of this and take it back home. And yeah, guys, I think we're going to call the episode here. I do apologize for it running a little short. I would have liked to have had that time lapse in there. But such is life. Again, all the links will be in the credits in the video for the music as well as the tutorials used in this episode. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. We're going to have some fun. I got a lot of plans. So if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one.